Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. It's always a good morning.
I love it.
Always.
You're contagious, Sonny. You're contagious.
I invested
Hello, everyone.
into this skill set.
Hey, Vandy, give me some access so I can help you out.
Oh, make me a co-host, Vandy, as well.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Are y'all thinking y'all may have to do some editing?
We are the polices. Hey, Sonny.
Yes, ma'am.
So you're going to just mention all the five of us now, right?
Yes.
Yes, cross line. Yeah.
Five
Okay.
or six?
Is it six? Oh, six, right?
Six with Greg.
Six.
Andy, Kai, Jean, Debbie, me, and Greg.
Greg,
Yeah, that's
Debbie,
right.
Dr. Jean, yeah. Ha ha ha.
I like the clock.
I
I
do
know. I like that countdown. Welcome, Ben. My big Ben.
Thank you. Thank you.
Oh, wait. Just unmute yourself. Yeah. Welcome, welcome. Please introduce yourselves and tell us where you're from so that we can just have a wonderful kind of like chat here.
Sylvia
Go ahead.
Morales, Austin.
Go start it, Sylvia.
Sylvia Morales, Austin, Texas.
Welcome, welcome.
Millet Ventura Perez, New Jersey.
Beautiful, Mirelet. Thank you. Welcome,
you.
welcome.
Mary
Cheryl Cook,
Lou.
Dallas, Louisiana.
Wow.
Hello,
Louisiana. Woohoo.
Hello, Cheryl.
Hey,
Cheryl.
hey.
Hey, hey, hey. Anybody else?
Yes, Mary Lou from Tokyo.
Oh, wow. From Tokyo. Arigato gozaimasu.
Do itashimashite. You're
That's all I
welcome.
know.
Parlez-vous, Francis?
Oh, parlez-vous, France.
Who was that clown?
All of us. Oh, who is that clown? Did you hear that, Sonny?
I didn't hear that.
Who is that clown? Oh, gosh. Oh, I smell
Good
danger here.
morning.
Hello, Meets. Welcome,
Yeah,
welcome.
good morning. Thank you.
Hello.
You are right, Sonny. It's good morning.
Good morning. It's always good morning. Remember that.
Go ahead. Tell us where you're from and state your name.
There's a crowd.
Don't be shy. Introduce yourselves.
Hilda from Austin, Texas.
Hannah Poole, Pennsylvania.
Hi, Marie from Lincoln, Nebraska.
Hello there.
Excited for tonight.
I am too. I am too. Well, guys, I guess I have straight up 8 o'clock. So let's get this call started. It's the end of the month. I know a lot of us probably still have a little work to do after this, so we'll try to not keep it too sharp, but we'll try to keep this call sweet, and we'll get a few things done and get a little action done. Very, very excited to close this month in June, and looking forward to what we have coming up. Unbelievably excited about what's going on in this company, guys. And I'm gonna tell you, a couple of us here have been in this thing in the beginning, and we were part of that group that took this thing to zero to $250,000. Guys, basically with one product, you know, and now look at all the products we have. We were open in one country. Now we're in what, 17, 18, I don't know, 19, coming on 20 countries. And we did this with one country, one product, and we took this company to $250 million. Okay. Guys, that is unbelievable. Unbelievable to know. So before I bring on our main speaker, our guest speaker, I just want to mention a couple of things. First of all, I want to talk about this unbelievable opportunity we have right now. Unbelievable opportunity we have right now with opening up the Philippines. The Philippines is going to be huge for Lifevantage. I've had the privilege to visit the Philippines 9 times. It's a very, very small country, mostly a lot of islands. But I think, and don't quote me on this, I think they're the second most populated people in the world. Now, guys, I don't know about you, but that smells like opportunity. That just blows up opportunity for us to get, because Kai can tell you this. Philippines, some of them are small in stature, but they're all over the world. You can't go to a single country without having Philippines there. So it's an unbelievable opportunity for us. So let's get started with bringing on our speaker. But before we do, I just want to remind you guys that we're doing this call every Wednesday at 8 o'clock. And invite as many as you can, family, friends, you know, anybody and everybody. We're going to have different hosts. Right now, we have 6 of us: Vandy Flake, Kai, Dr. Jean, myself, Greg Dieker, and Debbie. And, you know, we'll probably add more later on, but we're doing this so that we can help you guys to understand that Lifevantage is different from every other country, because we care about cross line. It's not just our up line and down line. We all work together. We're all family. We have a culture here in Lifevantage that's like no other in the world. Okay, I need to stop talking so I can bring Greg on. But before I do, Kai asked me to introduce or tell everybody about her winners this month, our bonus pool winners. And let me just go through them. And guys, I fussed Kai before about sending me these names because I'm probably going to botch some of them up. I apologize for mispronouncing. I barely speak English, barely. So these are the bonus pool winners. Rudy Oliveras, 3. Nico Hayes, 2 shares. MG Siapatno, 2 shares. Rosalie Tack, 2 shares. Beth Busa, Robert Durand, Milette Perez, Hilda Wagner, all bonus pool winners in Kai's group this month. Let me just run real quick through the pace. Let me run quickly through the pace setters. Zerai Ramos and Kristen Sorrow, basically pace setters. Now, the Cabo winners that we have in Kai's group so far this month. Kai Hayes, Nico Hayes, and Rudy Oliveira. So congratulations to you guys. And probably next week, we'll get to introduce more, as we have a lot of them that were in the works right now. So let me get down to the heart of our Zoom right now. I want to bring on a guy out of cowboy out of Elizabeth, Colorado. He's a Pro 9, Greg Dieker. Now, if you don't know where Elizabeth, Colorado's at, it's just outside of Denver. I think it's a little northeast of Denver. But some of you know him, but I'm sure all of you are going to recognize if you don't. Let me just put it to you this way. If you don't know this guy, you want to get to know him. You want to get to know him on a personal basis. I'm going to tell you what I've learned very quickly in Lifevantage. You can make a lot of money with this company. Our products are second to none. They can't be beat, okay? But the relationships and the friendships you're going to make along this journey are things that are going to last you for a lifetime. I'm so proud to introduce Greg Dieker, business partner, family man. The best thing I can call him is he's my wingman. Dieker's probably my best friend. He's my brother. We've traveled the world. We've done a lot of things together, some that I can say and some that I can't. And I hope he doesn't say those. But guys, give your attention now for the next few minutes to Mr. Greg Dieker. And then afterwards, if you have any questions, we'll open it up. Greg Dieker, my friend, my brother, take it away.
Thanks, Sonny. I appreciate that. I hope everybody can hear me okay. And first of all, Sonny, thanks for the kind words. Ditto back at you, brother. Guys, I can't tell you how incredibly important relationships are in this business. And when people ask me what is my favorite thing about Lifevantage, the answer is easy. The answer is it's the people. It's the relationships you make. It's the friends you make. I've got friends all over the world now, literally globally from Lifevantage, that if I'm going someplace, all I have to do is reach out and say, hey, I'm coming. And people are like, okay, great. When are you landing? We'll pick you up. By the way, you're staying at my house. All those kinds of things. And you know, Sonny is not on my team. But we've made friends a long time ago, years and years and years ago. We made great friends, and we put ourselves in a position that we just have so much fun together, enjoy each other's company together. We do business together. We do meetings together. We do trainings. For those of you who have never heard of the Cajun and the Cowboy Tour, it was a short-lived one event tour that is coming back. Thanks to COVID, we had to cut it off, but once we're soon planning a trip around the country and a couple of international destinations that the Cajun and the Cowboy Tour is going to be out there. And we're going to be out there to do nothing but help people, help everybody we possibly can. And it's going to be a ball. We just can't wait to do it. But we can't wait to do it because of people like you. Absolutely because of people like you. Because it's the passion you have. It's the excitement you have. It's the energy you have. It's the belief that you have. It's the why that you have for what you're doing this business for. And if I can talk about anything tonight that I can just take a few minutes, here's my few minutes. And that is that to be successful in network marketing, you have to have a passion. You have to have a passionate belief for what you're doing. You have to believe in your company. You have to believe in your products. You have to believe in your team. You have to believe in your leadership. You have to be a believer. That's the key that is going to make you successful. Because if you believe, you'll get through all the obstacles. There's no question about it. You hear people talk about having a why to do this business. If someone said to me, Greg, what's your why? I have to be honest with you. I'll probably freak them out because I'll tell them I don't have a why. I haven't had a why for a long time. I had a why when I started this business because I was dead broke. I was losing my house. I was losing everything. And I really, really needed to be in a position different than what I was in. And, but that problem's gone away now through the blessing of being able to grow my business and rank advance and create the income. I don't really have those kinds of problems anymore. But you know what I do have? I have a vision. I have a clearly defined vision for the future of not only myself in this company, but for the company, for Sonny, for all the other people that are doing what we're doing. I have a clearly defined vision for you. And what I want you to understand is as long as you have that vision, you have that long-term vision, knowing where you're going and knowing why you're going there, nothing can stop you. You will be, it's going to take some people longer than others, but you'll still be a success if you continue to put one foot in front of the other every day, seeking that vision. And the reason I know that vision is good and it's solid, I mean, Sonny already talked about our products a little bit, and I'm not going to talk about any of our products, but other than to tell you, every single one of them fits someplace in the marketplace. There are people out there that need one, more, or all of every single product we have. I figured it out the other day because somebody asked me the question. I take or use 17 different Lifevantage products every single day. And every one of them fits a need in my life. And I'm thrilled that they're there because I don't know where I'd be today without them. I go nonstop all the time. For those that you know me and know me well, I'm a cowboy at heart. I produce professional rodeos when I'm not doing Lifevantage. I did my first big rodeo of the year this last week. Literally, it was 7 straight days of 16 to 20-hour days. Totally exhausted every day. I can't imagine where I would be if I didn't have Nerf 2, Nerf 1, NAD, all those things packing into my system to give me energy, to support me. I can't imagine where I would be at. And I'm going to tell you what, it's made all the difference in the world for me because there's once in a while I get going nonstop early in the morning and I leave the house and I forget to take my Lifevantage products. And about 2 o'clock in the afternoon, I'll be sitting there going, why am I so tired? Why don't I just feel like my world's not working together? And then I'll think, oh, Greg, you forgot to take your pills this morning. And I go back to home and there they are. They're sitting in the kitchen. I have a little bowl in the kitchen. Every night I get up, I go to the kitchen every night to get a big long drink of water before I go to bed. I take the things I'm going to take in one hand with me that I'm taking at night before I go to bed, the things that I'm supposed to take the next morning, I put them in a little bowl and they sit there for me to take the next morning with my daily wellness and my prebiotic. And so that'll happen. Well, throughout this last 7 days, 8 days, because not only as you put on the rodeo, then you got to tear it down for a couple of days. And that's an exhausting experience. I was able to get through all of that nonstop, full speed with no problems at all. And that's the blessing of the products. But just that little piece, that little blessing of the products gives me a vision for where this company's going. Because like Sonny told you, we were here when there was only one product, one and only one $40 product. And we still built this to a $250 million company on one $40 product. The product suites that we have now create the biggest net for you to cast, to get out there and reach people and bring them in and show them what we have, whether it's from a product standpoint or from a business standpoint, because I look at our business as one of our products. I mean, I show every single product, every single person that I can. And I'm going to tell you what, the business to me is a product, because I would be doing people a disservice if I didn't tell them what is available for them. And so for me, that's it. But I have this vision. I have this vision for when this company's $1 billion company, when it's a $2 billion company, when it's a $5 billion company. I know where we can take this. I absolutely know where we can take this. We just have to go do it. I love a comment that I heard. I was on a national training event. It was a public kind of training in network marketing. It wasn't company centric. And the guy was talking to someone, he was taking questions, and the person said, I'm stuck. I'm unable to go out and promote my product or my company. And the guy said, if you're stuck, he said, you need to go back and retrain yourself on your company's products. He said, I'm going to tell you now. He said, if you really believe in your products, he said, you can't wait to share every single one of them with every single person that can fog a mirror. And it made me think he's absolutely right. When you can't feel like you can't do this, go get more faith, get more vision, get more future vision in what you're doing based on the products that your company has to offer every day. So my final comments to you is going to be this. Don't worry about your why, worry about your vision. Worry about where you're looking 1 year, 3 years, 5 years, 10 years ahead. Sit down, write it down. Where do I want to be in a year? And why do I want to be there? And what's it going to take me to get there? Then sit down and figure out your 3-year vision and your 5-year vision and your 10-year vision. I've been here 11 and a half years now. After what we've accomplished in 11 and a half years, it's amazing for me to have the vision to look back at where we started 11 and a half years ago and look how far we've come. And now say, if we've done that in the last 11 and a half years, what can we do in the next 11 and a half? I'm only 65. I'm still going to be doing this when I'm 75. Why? Because I love it. You know, I was sitting in the back of the room talking to Tyler Daniels, the #1 man in the company, sitting in the back of an elite academy one time in Long Beach. We were leaning up against a concrete wall in the back of that arena. And I said, hey, Tyler, do you ever look forward to the day that you don't have to come do these events anymore? And he goes, oh, no. He says, I'll come to these events for the rest of my life. He said, because this is like family reunions to me. It's the best of all. He said, but what I do look forward to, Greg, is when nobody knows who you and I are. That there's been leadership, there's been more and more leaders come again and again and again. All these different groups of leaders have come across the stage and replaced us. And those are the people that people are focused on now. He said, all those generations. And he said, you and I, we're going to stand in the back. He said, we're going to remember where we came from. We're going to remember how we got here, and we're going to look at forward to where we're going in the future. So I know the future's bright. It's bright because of our products. It's bright because of our company. It's bright because of our leadership. It's bright because of the people that are on this call. Some of these people on this call I've known for 10 years plus. Vandy and her amazing husband, Sammy, met them in Phoenix, Arizona at a premier school I did probably 10 plus years ago, and have been great friends ever since. And they've been great builders in the business. Marie Hampton, who's on here, we talked online a few times, and then we met in Cancun. Is that right? We met face to face in Cancun, had a great time. And I'm just telling you, it's these kinds of relationships and these kinds of people that I know are going to take this company to the next level. So my advice to you is have a vision, have a strong vision, know what's driving your vision. Why? Okay. It's the company. It's the awards we've won. It's all the different things that say that's what's driving this thing forward for the next dozen years, past the dozen we've already started. So Vandy, thanks for having me here. Kai, Sonny, thanks for inviting me on to talk tonight. It's always a pleasure to share with you guys. I love you all to death. Can't wait to see people face to face in Salt Lake City for convention. In the meantime, we'll just keep zooming it out.
Dieker, thank you so much, brother. We appreciate you. When I grow up, if I can become 1/10 of the leader you are, I'll be doing well. We appreciate you so much, guys. Greg, hang on for a few minutes in case we have any questions. You mentioned the leadership, and I was at corporate headquarters about 3 weeks ago, and talking to Steve Fife, and he showed us a graph of the company, how we've been jagged and how we've been going up. And the company is going through some up and down, but we continue to go up. And the question came up, why aren't we a $1 billion company yet? And basically the company's going up, but our leadership has not followed that same plane. Our leadership is still going up, but it's not going up at the rate. So Greg, I appreciate you bringing that up about the leadership. And guys, all of us on this call, you're on this call because you are a leader, okay? And don't forget it. You may have 2 people in your group, you may have thousands, but you're a leader and they're depending on you. Okay, let me hush. Anybody have any questions for Mr. Dieker? If you do, unmute yourself and ask away. Don't be shy because he's a cowboy.
I have a question. Is there any chance in the near future, Greg, you could do a horse call?
I'd love to do another horse call. I haven't done one in a while, other than some one-on-one horse calls, but I'm always open for that suggestion. It's a passion in my life. I just bought another horse here just about a month ago and paid more money for it than all the rest of the horses added together in my barn, which is kind of crazy. But I'm back healthy enough now to go back to roping, so I'm going to go back to rodeoing and roping, and I needed a good pony to do it, and he's on Pro Tandem every day, and he's going to be on that for the rest of his life as long as he's in my barn.
Fantastic. Well, I shall be in touch because we would love
to do one for you, Marie, anytime, dear. You just let me know.
Thank you so much.
All right.
So I'm not a cowboy, but what is a horse call? How does a horse sound?
No.
Okay. Thank you, Dieker.
We didn't say horse's ass call, Sonny.
My
But
bad.
there are people out there that's all they want to know about is what can our products do for horses.
Yeah.
And so I think there's a lot of good information out there. There's a lot of people that have been using these products with horses, and it's well worth the conversation to continue to grow your business with horses. I've got quite a few people that buy the product from me only for their horse. And so love to have those conversations.
Doug, this is Sylvia. I do have a question. How do you overcome the objection of many prospects when they find out that your business is a network marketing business and there's so many competition out there and everyone else has a network marketing business? How do we overcome that? And they don't want to deal with you because you're in network marketing.
Well, first of all, I tell them how much I love network marketing. And if they don't like network marketing, I always ask them, tell me why you don't like network marketing. Make me understand what it is that you've experienced, seen, heard. What has made you have a bad view of network marketing? There's some great network marketing companies out there besides ours. I mean, if they chose to join one of the other top 50 companies in the world, I'd understand that, quite honestly, because maybe that particular product set tripped their trigger a little more than ours did. But I love network marketing because of the freedom it gives us, by the opportunities it gives us. I tell people I get up every morning when I want. I go to bed at night when I want. I work the days I want to work. I don't work the days I don't want to work. I get paid whether I'm working or not. So last week, when I took literally 6 straight days and never worked my business for a minute, pretty much, a few phone calls, I didn't have to ask anybody permission to do that. And guess what? I got paid every single day. And the reality is I ask people, if that's the kind of lifestyle you want, let's sit down and have a conversation. All I can do is share the information with you. It either works for you or it doesn't. And if you don't like it, you don't like it. That's okay. I won't be offended. We're not for everybody. But just understand that I think the number right now is roughly in the 78% range of Americans have a side gig. They have a plan B. They have something they're doing outside of their normal jobs. And if this person doesn't, I ask them, are you getting everything out of life you want now? Are you making all the money you ever wanted to make? Are you having all the time freedom you ever wanted to have? Are you in complete control of your life? If you are, great, congratulations, you're in the top 2 or 3% in the world. But if you aren't, let's just have a conversation. Let me tell you what we do. Let me tell you how we do it. It either works for you, it doesn't. And if it does, great. And if it doesn't, that's okay too. But I don't want to burn any bridges. I don't want to offend anybody. But I make it really clear that I love network marketing. I spent 28 years in corporate America. When I tell people my story, I spent 28 years in corporate America making 6-figure checks, only to have the rug pulled out from me because my company pulled the venture capitalists that were supporting my company pulled the financing for our company. And I went from making $250,000 a year to making nothing overnight. It took 2.5 years to find a job. And when I did, I found a job for $36,000 a year as a deputy sheriff. I mean, that can happen. And I tell them that can happen to you. You just don't know it because you haven't seen it. I had it happen to me. Well, now I've been able to build a network marketing business that I own. It's mine. And as long as I want to continue to work it and I want to continue to feed it and take care of it, you hear Brandon Cunningham talk about mama. Well, I talk about the baby. The business is my baby. As long as I take care of my baby, guess what? My baby's going to take care of me. That's my key, is to make sure that I take good care of my business. Some days I do better than others. I'm not perfect. I'll be the first to admit it. But the reality is it's mine and I can control that. Other people can't do that. It's just, I just try to be positive about it and say, hey, tell me why you don't like what you don't like. And then I try to show them how those things don't exist in Lifevantage. Because more times than not, when they talk about negative impressions of network marketing, we don't do the things that they talk about. So that's where I would start, was find out why they don't like it and try to address those issues.
Wow, that was awesome. That was a great question, Sylvia. A lot of times we have those tough questions and we don't want to ask them, but I love it, putting Greg on the spot like that. That was
Love it. Thank you. Thank you.
That really worked well. That really worked well. Anybody else? We have another minute or two we can spend. We have a
Hi, this is Angela Bates.
Hey, Angela. Go ahead.
How are you?
Good.
Fabulous.
Hi, Mr. Greg Dieker. This is Angela Bates from Salem, Ohio. And I am under Kai's mentorship. She's our mentor here. And
You got a great mentor.
yes, we love Kai. But anyway, I have a daughter who lives in Florida, and she is gonna be trying to, launch her business. And my granddaughter is champion in the youth barrel racing. Would you be able someday to go with us in Florida and maybe our guest speaker with Kai?
Oh, I'd love to be a guest speaker, and I have family in Florida. I'll be headed back there here. Actually, I have to be there the exact same week that everybody goes to Cabo this year. And then I also have to be back there in October. So,
okay.
But it just depends on what part of the state and when and travel and everything else. But whether I do it via Zoom or I do it in person, I'm happy to help with that kind of thing.
Yes, they belong to like equine community and Apollo also. So my daughter lives in Vero Beach in Florida. So we will be honored if you can drop by sometime whenever we plan. It's probably going to be around October also.
Okay, well, maybe we'll be able to work that out. That's a very zoom it in.
Greg, I like Vero Beach. We might be able to include that on the Cajun Cowboy tour. All right, guys, we gotta.
Sonny, I have one question addressing some of the concerns of most distributors and especially the newbies. Greg, can you also shed them your mentorship on people who are, less than 6 months and they are already contemplating to quit because they got rejected 10 times? Can you shed some light to these people?
Well, if they've been here 6 months and they only got rejected 10 times, they're not talking to enough people. Okay. I got rejected 10 times in the first 3 days I was in the business, but that didn't stop me because I had belief in what Pro Tandem was bringing to the marketplace and was bringing to me as an opportunity. I had so much faith in it that I just said, fine. Just remember, when you say no, you don't say no to me, you say no to yourself. I already said yes. You can't say no for me. You can only say no for yourself. And the reality is that there's a lot of people that don't understand that. So if you're getting a lot of no's and no yeses at all, then get with your mentor and talk about how you are talking to people, because you're obviously not sharing the sharing the opportunity and the products properly, should get 1 out of 10 no matter what. No matter what, you should get 1 out of 10 if you're properly sharing the information. And that's the beauty behind ITT right now. You know, I have conversations with people all the time where I don't specifically try to, you know, push Lifevantage or the business or the products on them. But at some point in time, I'm going to be talking to them about my passion for what I do for a living. And I tell people all the time, I say, it's real simple. I said, you know, would you like to hear about why I'm so passionate for what I do? Would you mind, if I sent you a link to a 3-minute video that would give you some idea about the philosophy and the science behind my company and why I'm so excited? Would you watch that video and tell me what you liked about it? I've not had a single soul when I say those words tell me no, not one. And so I go load them up in the app. I send it to them and say, it's very simple. Would you, if I sent you a link to a 3-minute video that would explain to you why I'm so excited about what I do, what the philosophy and science is behind our company, would you watch it? That's all I say. I don't say anything else. And usually they'll say yes, but I'll follow up the yes by saying something like, great, just so you know, here's the simple thing. This is not a sales video. It's not going to try to sell you anything. It's not going to show you any products. It's going to talk about our philosophy and our science that's behind our entire product line. And then after that, if there's something that trips your trigger there, then we can talk about products. And then when I get back with them afterwards and they say, yeah, that made sense to me. The flip the switch makes sense to me. I'd say, great. Now, if I would send you a link to another video that will show you products that flip that switch in your body, would you take the time to watch that and see which one of those products fits into your lifestyle? That's all I say. I don't say anything else. So, you know, I didn't load them up on a sales video to start with. I showed them some information, showed them some science. They say, yeah, that makes sense to me. Flip the switch makes sense to me. Great. I'd like to show you some products that flip the switch. Now, some people say no to that because they're just not interested in more products or, you know, whatever. But most people say, yes, I'll watch that. And I send it to them. And that's where we start. And I think that's the simplest approach of all. And so if you've gotten, you know, if you're getting no every single time, get with your mentors and get to practicing how you're going to share this information with people so they don't tell you no.
Thank you, Greg. And by the way, Sonny, I still have one question here from Kai. Also, her name is Kai from Hawaii. She said to ask this question to you, Greg. I still don't have a team after 1 year. What do I do?
You keep talking to people. If you don't have a team after 1 year, then you really need to be getting with your mentor, getting with your enroller, getting with sideline people that you know in the business that are having some success and ask them for some advice. Because if you've been, I'm going to just be very honest. I don't tell people what they want to hear. I tell people what they need to hear. And what you need to hear is you're not presenting the opportunity properly. If you were, after a year, you would have a team. So we need to help you. That's our fault. That's our fault that you don't have a team in a year. We need to help you get better at sharing this opportunity with people so that a year from now you can turn around and say, hey, look at the team I have. And that's the key. So we've got to do better. So get with the person who enrolled you, get with if you have another mentor in the business, if you have sideline mentors that you know, people that in the sideline that you like and appreciate, and you see them having success, ask them for some advice. That you got to get better. You got to get better at what you're doing. I mean, that's a simple fact. I got to get better at what I do every single day, regardless of the fact I'm a Pro 9. I have to get better at what I do every single day. And if I don't, I won't be a success.
Dang. Wow. Thank you, Greg. And last but not the least, Katrina Sanyosa, I just wanted to let you know that the next Zoom training is Wednesday at 8 p.m. Central Time. And this is, by the way, recorded. So we can also post the recorded video or whatever, the Think Like a Pro. But it's always on Wednesday. Thank you, Greg. Take it away, Sonny.
Oh, I do have a question
Go
because
ahead.
the people that I talk to, they want to dig dirt on whatever it is that I'm showing them. So I was wondering if somebody could just do good publication, like do a Wikipedia page that's not like the one that's already there. Get a good one, you know, it's all negative. So then one more time thing, they want to check it out somewhere else, eBay or Amazon, and they like Amazon better. It's cheaper.
Well, so first of all, you've run a number of questions there. So let me go back to the start and see if I can help you out. First of all, on the Wikipedia, you have to understand on Wikipedia, anybody can edit your Wikipedia page. It can be beautifully great one day and the next day it can suck because somebody went in there and edited your Wikipedia page. That's what's bad about Wikipedia. It's not worth the paper or the screen time that it's written on. So I don't give it any justice. It doesn't deserve it. The second thing is that if people are going to buy the product somewhere else other than buying it from you, I got to be honest with you. To me, that's a huge sign of disrespect to me. I've had a couple people do that, and I'll be honest with you. I went back to them and said, really? Instead of buying from me, your friend who introduced this to you, you went to Amazon and bought it for $10 less? I'm trying to build a business. I'm asking you as my friend. I'm asking you as my coworker. I'm asking you as my friend from church to help me build a business. And instead of doing that, you went to Amazon to save $10. I mean, I got to be honest with you. I'm a straight shooter in this business. If that's the way they want to be, then guess what? They're not your friend. I hope it wasn't a family member. I hope it, it wasn't somebody like that. But the reality is that if you make a good, strong presentation, and the other thing is if they do that, they need to understand those products aren't guaranteed. We have pulled fake products off the internet. I've seen them personally. I've held them in my hands, capsules instead of caplets for Nerf 2. And they didn't contain anything, of any value to them. The reality is if it's not purchased directly from Lifevantage through a Lifevantage distributor, the product has no guarantee. And so if somebody has an allergic reaction to something they get off of Amazon or eBay or someplace else, guess what? Well, I'm sorry, but I can't help you because that product didn't come from my company. I was out on eBay not that long ago, and somebody was selling 150 empty Protandim bottles. Well, why would you be selling them, and why would you be buying them? If somebody's buying them, they're buying them to put fake product in. That's not a good thing. So that's a tough thing that people will do. If people want to go search, by the way, tell them to search on Google Scholar, not Google. Not any place else, Google Scholar. That's the one place that the answers on have been vetted to be accurate, at least close to accurate, if not 100% accurate.
Isn't it amazing when people want to learn about something or get knowledge? They always go to their brother-in-law who knows nothing instead of going to the source where they can get it. So we just got to try to get them to that source.
Why would you hire a financial advisor that isn't already worth $1 million? Every financial advisor that's tried to recruit me as a customer, I say, show me your personal portfolio. If they're not going to show me their personal portfolio and they're worth a lot of money, guess what? They're not the right person for me to even have a conversation with.
That's awesome. Okay, guys, we're going to go ahead and wrap this thing up unless somebody has anything else. If you do, speak now or forever hold your peace. Okay, guys, I hope you are getting a lot out of these calls. I want you to know that we're not just getting up here to show Greg's pretty face because it's not that pretty. But anyway, we're coming here to help you guys.
Sonny.
And listen, I'm sure I can speak for anybody on this call. If we can help you out any kind of way, we're just a phone call away. But we want you guys to really get the most out of these. So if anybody has any suggestions on speakers or things they'd like to learn about or special topics, send it to us and let us know, because we're going to continue doing these calls. Greg made some great points that we have to build belief okay? We're a leadership development company, and that's our goals, guys, to build belief in what we have and to build the next leaders in this company. So we're gonna go ahead and close this call again. Greg, thanks for being on. Thanks for the background too. I kind of was woozy a little bit. I got
Smile.
seasick. So, all right, guys, this call is a wrap. See you
Love you
guys
guys.
next
Thanks,
week.
everybody.
Thank
very
you. Thank
much,
you,
Greg.
Greg. Thank you,
Thank you very
Sonny.
much.
Thank you,
Bye,
Kai.
Maggie, Dr.
Thank you,
G,
everyone.
Debbie,
Thank you.
ladies and
God
amazing
bless.
amazing